case is original. It's original polish. You can see it's still got its brushing here. Case lines are still intact. Someone wore it a lot, but they didn't beat it up. It's not abused. This is one of the good aftermarket bracelets, but one of your links here is getting loose. I can squish those two back together for you. See if we can improve that some. Yeah, all the case lines are there. These little triangles right here, these are the first ones to go. When the cases get polished, those little lines go away. It's the first thing to look at. It's been opened a few times. You can see it's got, if you look around the base of the hands, like these sub-register hands, see the marks around the base of the hands there? Someone took those off and put them back on at a certain point. And this is an aftermarket sweep. This is one of the early aftermarket sweeps. They have better ones now. They're not perfect, but this one is, that's what this is. So this was like that's like a replacement sweep from the aughties. I'm just checking everything flicks over the way it should. Where's the deal with this loom? Loom does not glow at all. Could be original loom. Well, that's a good thing. Let's look inside the case. Okay, so let's start with the baseline. Get her all wound up. Might have trouble hearing through this really heavy case. Come on. Are we hearing anything? It's still trying to, you'll notice it still says detecting, it's trying to hear. Let's, if I have to, I'll turn the gain up on the system. Come on. Okay, so we are barely running. Barely running. Not a happy watch. I want to stop the chronograph and see what happens. See if it keeps going. And it doesn't run with the chronograph off at all. Clicks over at midnight just for fun. I'm going to check that. Well, now that it's not trying to drag the calendar around, it's doing a little better. Yeah, it is not a happy watch, so it 100% needs service, and that's about the clearest thing I can say about it. Okay, that's all we need to know. All right, let's get that case back off. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Old piece of film wrap on here. Yeah, that wasn't very tight, was it? And November 74. Granted, I'm going to be cleaning this out anyway, but still. Okay, it looks like we are... Okay, so yeah, usual kind of things. Somebody did not have a movement ring spring, so they made one out of a tension ring for a crystal. So I'm going to have to hunt one of those down.
What wasn't in it?
Normally, it's supposed to have a spring washer right here. It goes wiggle, 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 like so. And it has a tab that holds it in place over this button. And they didn't have that, so they used this as a tension ring from a crystal.
Right.
And they just cut it and spread it open in there just to soak up the space so this didn't flop around. It's pretty, it's the kind of thing one sees. Okay. It's got a little bit of corrosion on the plating. Yeah, well, more than a little. I'm going to have to go and clean that out too. All this stuff here. That takes some time, hand working chemical stuff. Get that cleaned up. I mean, it's running. The balance is in plane. The hairspring looks decent. The watch is just really dirty. Oh yeah, and you can't see it, but there's a haze of just filth. When I draw the rotico across the weight, you can see it leaving a clean trail. That's how dirty it is. This, your weight definitely feels really rumbly. Not only is it really rumbly, it's actually the weight is coming loose of this. It's two parts. The weight is a white metal alloy that is staked to this stamped out steel piece, and it is loose. Yeah, the whole thing is going to come apart. So I've had mixed success getting these restaked. It's possible, but if I have to, I'll look at this. I only replace things that actually need to be replaced. So if I have to replace this, though, I don't believe I have a 6138 bridge. I might have to use a 6139 bridge, but they're identical except for the stampings, and you'd get your original 6138 back. It definitely needs servicing. Yeah. So without my ripping it into pieces, we're definitely looking at a full service. We've already got 2 parts that I'm going to need to replace and some extra work. So we're going to have some corrosion remediation. I'm sure I'm going to find some more in here that I'll have to deal with. I'm going to need to hunt down a correct movement ring spring. I'm going to have to replace this weight if I can't restake it. Like I said, I've just had mixed luck doing that, replacing those. So, and this, your weight feels really rumbly to me. But if it's just dirty, and if when I clean it up it's better, then great. Then I won't replace it. And that's the way we go. So I guess you tell me, and we will go from there. Thank you much.